our lives were just like this, in utter darkness. We could even study at night. We could even charge our mobile phones or laptops. We had to go through a dark blackout. So when you look at it, the main problem for that was we were, as a country, too reliant on hydropower and thermal energy. Wherein other countries move towards sustainable and renewable energy sources like solar and wind. If you really look at it, Sri Lanka is a country that lies just above the equator. That means we get solar power almost every day in most of the parts of the country. So if we can fully utilize this solar potential, we can reach up to a maximum of 20% of the total energy demand in our country. But to do so, we need to implement ground-mounted solar farms. And for that, we need an area around 19,000 hectares. In Sri Lanka, there are around 100,000 hectares of arable but unused area. So that area is not actually a problem. But still, there's a problem. Sri Lanka is an agricultural country for over centuries. And our social economics are heavily dependent on agriculture. So if we use those land to implement ground-mounted solar, it's not going to be sustainable. Because it will lead to agricultural land loss, because there will be no land for farmers to grow. And the disruption in the local ecosystem will cause to displace local flora and fauna, and it will make the land infertile. And this we say Sri Lanka is an agricultural country where 30% of the workforce is employed in agriculture, yet it only contributes 8% of our GDP. That means farmers are one of the poorest social classes in our country. So if we use those cultivable land to implement solar farms, it is just going to add on to the burden. And at the same time, those solar farms are really capital intensive. And that's the main reason such projects have been a failure over the recent years. That's why we came up with the idea. High-tech marriage between solar and agriculture, that's smart agrivoltaic solar. By implementing this, we can create a symbiotic relationship between the two entities, and we can use the land efficiently. We can increase the crop yields and crop quality, and we can even create more and more green job opportunities. And energy-wise, we can maximize solar potential, and we can enable predictive maintenance to increase the efficiency of solar generation. And our solution has three key technical aspects. When we go to set up the solar panels, we have the best team, the best expertise to set up the structural and technical specifications regarding the setup. And then we have our AgriPlan model, which is a collection of 4 data sets like rainfall, groundwater, rainfall radius, and soil and crop fertility. And by doing so, we can create a scientific model where we can assess the crop suitability, soil suitability, and even we can identify the hotspots to set up our agrivoltaic solar projects. And then we have our integrated IoT system. It combines agri data, solar panel data, and grid data to take informed decisions and get valuable insight. By doing so, we can monitor the power generation, we can monitor the crop quality, and even we can enable predictive maintenance of our solar panels. So, in one such project, we have hundreds of nodes. In one such node, we have a solar panel and the cultivation around it. And we can implement sensors to monitor the agriculture of crops. And then we can implement sensors to measure the effectiveness of the solar panels. And in the test stack, we have our own protocol, the network layer protocol called LOTAN, and the transport layer protocol called LOCTGP, which will increase the range, the security, and will increase the scalability. And we can implement a more productive system using our tech stack. By doing this IoT system, we can do several optimizations such as smart drip irrigation systems, auto-tilt and height adjustment systems to maximize the efficiency, and we can even identify inefficient and malfunctioning solar panels. As a company, we are operating as a service provider, where we provide a customizable investment plan for our clients to reduce their time to ROI from 3.4 years to 2.2 years. And we have done a stakeholder analysis. And we have found out these corporates in ecotourism are one of the key players in this sector. This will be a viable solution for them to move on to ecotourism concepts and move into renewable energy while using their land efficiently for agricultural purposes. And there's a niche market for social entrepreneurs and investors are moving into sustainability, renewable energy, and agriculture-related projects. And this is a win for the economy and a win for the environment. By reaching the maximum 20% of the energy demand using solar, we can reduce the consumption of coal, fuel, and reduce CO2 emissions. And this effect is equivalent of growing 1 million trees for over 10 years. And as a team, we are focusing on reaching 4 direct sustainable development goals. Zero hunger, because we are enforcing food security. Affordable and clean energy, because that's what we do. And life on land, because we are all about efficiently using land. And climate action, you already know the facts. But we don't stop there. We're going to enforce more and more indirect sustainable development goals through our project. And this is our pilot implementation. As of now, we have done the structural and electrical implementations, and we are hoping to complete the next steps as soon as possible. And to make this project a success, we have partnered up with several companies and authorities for technology transfer, implementation, and regulation purposes. And we value our stakeholders and key resource persons in our pilot implementation because they are the backbone of the project. And I invite you all to join us in our green run. This is not just about solar panels or planting crops. This is about planting the seed for the greener future. Thank you. We are Team Economy.